Jenna and today I'm here talking about my June TBR. So for the month of June, I'm going to be participating in the Witcher-a-Thon, which is a readathon dedicated to The Witcher, which as you all know I am obsessed with. So there are only there's one book definitely on my TBR this month that is not on my Witcher-a-Thon TBR, and I still need to do my TBR jar challenge, which hopefully one of these books is going to fit because there are 9 prompts for the Witcher-a-Thon, and because this readathon is set into teams, I am a Witcher instead of a mage, obviously. You are not allowed to double up on any of the challenges. So there's 10, possibly 11 books on my TBR for this month, so you know, yikes. So the very first thing I'm going to do is actually my TBR jar challenge because I am hoping that one of these books will fit, otherwise I will have to come up with another book to read. And I won't tell you the Wire Circle book immediately because the Wire Circle book is actually going to fit one of the prompts, which is really exciting. So, TBR jar challenge! I feel like I need like a theme song for it. TBR, this is the TBR jar challenge! And for this month's TBR jar challenge, we have a 2020 new release. I'm going to count the Wire Circle book as the 2020 new release because it's kind of being released in 2020, and I'll tell you why when I get to it. So the first book on my TBR is not part of the Witcher-a-Thon, funnily enough, but I am halfway through this book already. It was a leftover book from May, so I'm just going to include it, and that is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the first book in the Witcher series. I am I'm going back to the beginning of this chapter. So I am 164 pages into this one already, so I'm just going to finish off the rest of it. Hopefully tonight, actually. I might finally read. I've just been watching TV mostly and never reading, so that's been fun. So not part of the Witcher-a-Thon, although technically I could probably count it because one of the prompts is to just read a book from the Witcher saga, but I'm not counting it. I have a different book in mind for that. So that is the first book though. So the first prompt of the Witcher-a-Thon is Geralt of Rivia. Read a book with a main character with special abilities, and for this one I am going with The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. You know, Marcus. What's happening to me? Magnus Bane has magic, therefore he has special abilities. It's not quite what they were going for, but I'm counting it. The second prompt is Yaskia, listen to an audiobook, and for this one I'm going to be listening to Thorn by Intisar Kanani. This is the Wire Circle Book Club's book of the month for June, and the reason why it's kind of gonna count for my 2020 new release is because this book originally came out a few years ago, but it is being re-released this year. I'm not sure why, but it's being re-released in 2020, so I'm counting it as a 2020 new release. Unless somehow I manage to get through all of these books and actually read a 2020 new release, then I'm just gonna count it. The third prompt is Jennifer Vengerberg. That is to read a book with a strong female character, and I am going with, I was gonna say Inkheart. I'm going with Ironheart by Jenna McAllister. This is the second book in the Valentine trilogy. I loved Valentine last month. I thought it was fantastic. This book is following Pearl and Finn and the rest of their friends as they continue sort of making their way through this mysterious murder fairy world, and I'm so excited for it. Next up is Siri to read a book with the Chosen One trope, and for this one I am going with Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. I feel like this one sort of counts. You know, Percy Jackson to me is definitely a chosen one. There's even a prophecy sort of written. It's not exactly about him, but it kind of is about him. So I'm finally going to finish the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Obviously the Disney Plus series got announced and I'm really excited. Well, I say I'm really excited for that. Like I'm not loving the book series. I really do feel like this is one of those series that your enjoyment level is going to be based on when you first read it, and I just feel like I'm a little too old for Percy Jackson now. I find the books to be really repetitive and just not inspiring, so I'm excited to finish this one. I'm excited to finally finish the series and to see how it all wraps up, but I'm not like super invested. Next up is Roach, and that is to read a book featuring an animal companion or familiar, and so for this one I'm cheating a little bit because I couldn't think of anything, so I'm going with The Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis. This is book 4 in the Chronicles of Narnia series, but I think it's book 3 in the chronology, of when he published them. I'm not really sure, but I'm going with this one because of Reepicheep. Obviously Reepicheep is the little mouse. We first met him in Prince Caspian and now we're seeing him again in this one, so he counts as a little animal companion. He is a mouse. So he just is a mouse with a sword who I would not ever want to cross. Then we have Calanthe, which is to read a book with a crown on the cover or featuring royalty. Believe it or not, I don't have that many books that have a crown on the cover, so I feel like this one's gonna come up a lot in the Witcher-a-Thon TBR, and that is Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard. This is the prequel novellas. I think there's 2 novellas in this one. Prequel to Red Queen. I read Red Queen a few years ago now and didn't love it, but I've been wanting to give it another go, and so I've figured I'd start off with this one, plus it's teeny, and teeny readathon books are always good. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. I feel like I might enjoy it more than I enjoyed Red Queen. Next up is Tris Merigold, which is to read a book with siblings or a strong sibling-like relationship. And funnily enough, if I had not like played The Witcher, if I'd not played The Witcher 3, I would have no idea why this was Tris's thing, because obviously Tris in the show is just kind of there and really annoying. But in the game, she's much better, and it's sort of explained in the game that she and Ciri have like this sibling bond, so it makes more sense why this is the prompt. And so for this one, I have chosen to go with Ice Wolves by Amy Kaufman. I think this one follows a set of twins. Yes, this one follows a set of twins. So one is an ice wolf, one is a scorched dragon, and that's not normal in this world because normally ice wolves and scorched dragons hate each other. I'm really excited to read this one. I've had a friend who read it recently and said she really enjoyed it, and I know that I enjoy Amy's other novels, although I think this is the first time she's ever written something on her own. So I enjoyed it though. I think it's a middle grade, so it should be really fast to get through, and I'm looking forward to seeing sort of where it goes. And then we have, I never know how to say her name. I think it's Tissia de Vries. It's Yennefer's witchy person, and that is to read a book with a mentor type character. So for this one, I'm completely reliant on Emily here because I've never read this book and I don't remember who the mentor would be. That is Who's Afraid To by Maria Lewis. I think she said that Logan, I don't know, some dude is her mentor, and this one is the sequel to Who's Afraid. So it follows Tommy Grayson as she is still trying to come to terms with the fact that she's actually a werewolf and she's learning more about her Maori ancestry. It sounds really good, and I'm really excited to finally dive into this sequel that I've had on my shelf forever. Not to mention there's like 3 other books in this series now that I really need to hurry up and get to, so that's fun. And then the last prompt is the Battle of Sodden Hill, which is the group book, which is just to read a book from the Witcher saga. I have chosen to read Sword of Destiny by Andrzej Sapkowski because Sword of Destiny is the second lot of prequel novellas, short stories that are bound up together, and I'm kind of hoping that Ciri's in this one because I'm halfway through Last Wish and I knew Ciri wasn't going to be in it, but it still kind of bugs me, so I'm sort of hoping that Ciri is in the Sword of Destiny because I do really like her as a character. But I don't know, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. So there we go, that is my June TBR. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you were also participating in the Witcher-a-Thon because I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.